So we're just out on a little family trip right now. Well, I have my youngest daughter and we're driving to the west coast of Norway. So it's roughly a 7.5-hour drive. So it's a long drive, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to make the most out of getting some photos on the way, because the views on this road are going to be quite exquisite. It's still a bit dark right now and it's starting to snow, so we've been told that there's going to be a big storm on the way, so that's going to be interesting, but hopefully I can use that to get some photos. But yeah, so it's just a matter of seeing how this goes. It's not going to be my normal type of video, so I'm not going to go super cinematic, but I'll try. But seeing as this is a road trip, things will be a little bit different to what I normally do. But anyway, let's see how this goes. Okay, just made a quick stop. I'm not really going to be able to get any photos here just yet. I mean, it's completely whited out. It's blowing like crazy right now. It's around 8 meters a second of wind and it's snowing and it's just white everywhere, but it's so awesome to be up here. It is stunning, even though I can't see that much, but I'm enjoying the trip. So it'll probably be maybe in a couple hours before I get to start seeing some stuff that I can actually start taking photos of once the weather's cleared out a little bit, if it clears out. So I just have to hope for the best. But otherwise, oh, this is just incredible. It's so strange. We're on top of a mountain right now called Hemsedal. And yeah, wow, this is gonna be pretty fun. Let's just hope I do get to take some photos though. What a change. We've gone from completely white out and full of snow to pretty much nothing. And this is in the space of a 20-minute drive. Oh, this is incredible. So right now I stopped because there is a few mountaintops that I actually want to quickly just take a photo of while I'm here. I'm going to use a 120 to a 300mm lens and just see if I can get a couple of shots. Just thought I'd quickly show you guys where I am and just the difference in the surroundings at the moment. I'm just amazed. But yeah, so especially this behind me here, I want to get a couple of shots of. Oh, it's just so cool. So yeah, let's just take a couple of shots and I'll show you the photos. So this part of the journey we just had to go because we were told that the storm that was coming would close off bridges and boats to the island that we were going to go to. So we just had to race for it. I didn't really get time to stop and take photos because we had to make sure we got there. But we did make it eventually. And yeah, we just rested for the night until we could do some more the next day. Next day now. I wasn't sure I was going to film while we're here, but we've come to a town called Stord, which is on the west coast of Norway, and it's early morning right now and it's absolutely stunning. What a beautiful place. Sun is coming up, mountains are starting to show up. It's just absolutely beautiful. So we've come to this little section by the pier and there's this little statue monument thing behind us. And we just found out that to build that thing, it cost 5.5 million kroners. Just absolutely ridiculous just for some metal glass and some little fans inside. But I'm not entirely sure. There's just a lot of things I want to take photos of. I kind of think I'm going to keep my 120 to 300 right now because there's some birds and stuff out in the water that I think I want to take photos of. And the mountains in the background as well. The view is just exquisite. So I think, first of all, I'll take some shots of the things I want to get post shots of, and then I might change to a wider lens. Right now we're just literally driving around this place. Seeing as we haven't been here before, we're just kind of checking the place out and driving around and seeing what there is. And there's just always some really nice locations to pop up to. So right now we're down by this little area, little cove with, it's not a beach, but it's just all rocks on the side. Going out into the ocean, we've got a beautiful view with the mountains. And further in the back, the mountains are full of snow and everything. It's just really stunning right now. So right now I'm using a 10 to 20 millimeter lens, and yeah, it's really wide. So I'm having to think a little bit about my composition and trying to get it the right way. So the way the rocks are going at an angle, the best opportunity right now would be to shoot against the same direction as the rocks and out into the water. And luckily there's this little rock that's actually sitting in the water, which I can use as my midway point. So I think it'll work. I just have to test a few things out a little bit. But there's opportunity here for some nice photos, and then we'll go to the next location and just see what we find. Kind of been hard to stop places and take photos on the way back home. There's just so much to see, but the road we're on at the moment, it's very busy, a lot of cars, so it's been hard to kind of pinpoint a spot just for me to just stop and see if I can take photos. And we've ended up in this little town village right now, and there's just fog everywhere. There's these little lakes around, and the lakes are just completely still. So I'm kind of gonna see if I can get some kind of shot with the lake, and hopefully some of the mountains in the background. But finding a spot isn't exactly that easy, so I just have to see what's gonna work. But it is absolutely stunning. There's little bits of snow here and there, so I just have to be careful where I'm walking, but really pretty place. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go for the rest of the day. I'm hoping to make a couple more stops to take photos, but it's not been, I don't know, I just have to see, because weather also kind of changes things a little bit. But anyway, yeah, let's see what I can get, and I just have to pretty much just make the most of the time, really. That's all I can do. Okay, so things haven't gone quite to plan the way I'd like it to. It's getting dark right now, and the clouds have been low pretty much constantly, so getting photos of really nice views and landscapes right now just hasn't really been happening, and it's kind of been like this since we left to go to the place we're going to and now going home. I've not really gotten the photos I wanted to, and it's just pretty much how it's ended up. And obviously we have a baby with us, and that makes things a little bit more difficult because we have to stop often, and yeah, it's just one of those trips where things don't exactly work out the way you want, but I've tried and I've gotten some photos. I just have to make the most of it, and still got quite a way to go home. But the part we have to go through now is going up into the mountain, and we have guided driving, so there's a car that will guide people through the mountain to get to the other side. So yeah, this is just how it's ended up, and well, yeah, just had to make the most of it. We've enjoyed ourselves, but even though we've not exactly gotten a lot of time to do the things we wanted, but all I can do now is just film the road basically and show you guys what the road's like. Okay, so we got to the top of the mountain, kind of, not really. The road is closed, so now we have to drive an hour back down to back down south to drive then another 3 hours back home. So we're looking at an extra 2 hours trip, all because the mountain road is closed. But strangely enough, trucks can drive through, not cars. But it is getting very dark now, and kind of don't really have any option. Just got work in the morning. Victoria should be asleep now. It's her bedtime. So we're just gonna have to get home late and deal with the consequences. But that's what happens when you don't really get proper information about the roads.